Hello, can y'all hear me? And can y'all see me? Well, y'all can't hear me because there's nobody here, but and I think I did a thing where I set up 2 lives for Monday. So I'm going to check because I think I set up one for with Restream and one with StreamYard. Not smart. Live. I did too. So we'll delete that one. And then, yeah. So, what's everybody up to? Patty cake, patty cake. Why am I doing patty cake with myself? Hi, Mara. I've lost my mind. I hope you don't mind. Hey, Cooley. Put that on. Hello, Lori. What you having for dinner? I had these and a bagel with cream cheese. You can't have a bagel without cream cheese. I always say that. Ooh, that sounds good. Ooh, that sounds good. Ooh, that sounds good. Well, minus the shrimp. Because I'm allergic to shrimp. I can't eat it. Oh, I'd eat the corn on the cob, mushroom, potato, and artichokes. Just because I'm not allergic to any of that. Hey, Miguel. I didn't even see who was live. I'm sorry. I just went on because I was bored. that going to play an old live of mine? I think it might. No, don't play it. Okay. Well, it's my live, so I don't really care if it plays. Oh, there's my live on my homepage. Oh, there I am. I don't look happy. I'm allergic to shellfish. So I avoided. Now you shush your foot out because it's going to sleep. You had to check heart, see if you're apart. I don't know if I have a. No, I'll be avoiding those. I can touch it, I just can't ingest it. It's when I ingest it. That's when I break into hives and, go bleh, all over the place. Sam. No, because I have nothing to eat, right? See, I don't know if you can tell this. I'll take a picture of it. I'll take a picture of this arm to show you if I can. See this? I need heat rashes on my arm. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah. That's my arm from sweating. The other one looks the same. Did you got matching arms? It's a heat rash. It's really hot. And I sweat a lot. That's what happens. So, a heal artichoke hurts. I get it all around on my stomach too. It's just a mess. All right, this Lincoln wants to pop up. My arm's ugly looking. What's somebody working on? Yeah, I have watched a cooking show. Mara with the cleaning artichoke. I'm like, that's a lot of work. I'm like, that's a lot of work just for an artichoke. Okay, I'm gonna open the window. Or I'm gonna roast to death. Tomorrow, are you ready for the temperature? Are y'all ready? Are you ready? Are you all ready for this? It is going to be okay, 34 Celsius or 92 Fahrenheit. But it's going to feel like 45 Celsius or 113 Fahrenheit. And it's like that Monday and Tuesday as well. So yeah, it's gonna be hot. I gotta work tomorrow. Hey, Robert. Hey, Mara. Enjoy the food. Yeah, I'm with you. Cool. You saying hi to Robert. What's somebody up to? Mhm. I work 5 days next week. Nothing this week. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I really crafted this week, but I've been working a lot this week. Well, not a lot. Well, I only had Monday off, so I can't wait for tomorrow. Then I'm off for 2 days. Oh, thank you. I jumped on line when I wanted to come up. Way too much counting. What was I gonna say? I don't know what I was gonna say. What have you been working on, Chloe? I had to work 6 days this week. It's Monday through Friday. There's this guy on vacation. So I had to work. He usually works Tuesday, Wednesday. But I took his Tuesday, Wednesday shift. I took his Tuesday shift. So yeah, now I get. So that's why I had to work 10 days. 10 days. 6 days. Not 10 days. Granny squares. What were you working on last time I saw you? What are you doing with those granny squares, Colby? I'm just curious. I'm just curious what you're doing with them once you get them all done. Oh, Bucket Creek. Hey, Aisha. All is well. How about you? Yes. Do you want to come up, Lori? You can if you want. Okay, I'll be on in 15 minutes. Okay, well, you'll be mad if I stepped away for a minute and went to the bathroom. Well, maybe. Hey, Laura. How are you, Laura? But would you be mad if I went to the bathroom? Okay, I'll be right back. Hello, Bridget. You just got me as I was coming back from the bathroom. Yes, I washed my hands. Somebody's gonna ask that. Laura's getting new furniture. That's awesome, Laura. You deserve new furniture, Laura. Well, just in case you're wondering, Bridget. All right, I think Robert, to answer your question, Lori was going to come up in 15 minutes. If she could. What have you been working on, Bridget? I gotta go back to your live, Bridget. I liked your video, Bridget. I just didn't comment. You're making a Kraken hat. How's your boiled peanut? Ooh, I never had a boiled peanut. I can honestly say that. That was a video. Like when you had recorded. I watched it. It was your last on YouTube. Posted. I liked it, but I don't think I actually commented on it. All right, Laura, hurry back. Hey, Brian. Well, at least somebody likes him, right, Bridget? And he's worth it, isn't he? See? Oh, that's good though, Bridget. That's good. And at least he's got food in his belly, right? Yeah. Okay. Nothing, Brian. What's going on with you, my friend? I still be a giveaway, Brian. I have to send you from probably a year ago. I apologize for that. It's all right. That's good. Hey, Cindy. Yes, on the 2nd. A week from Wednesday, actually. Mm-hmm. Welcome back, Laura. That is fine, Cindy. It's not prickly, I promise. Well, I can't put you in the bushes that are prickly. Well, I can't have anybody in the prickly bushes. I wouldn't be a friend if I put you in the prickly bushes. So, all the pricklies are gone. What have you been working on, Cindy? I know you're in the bushes. I'm sorry. Laura's getting new furniture. That's exciting. Hey, Susan. So, I want honest opinions from everybody here. My birthday is on a Wednesday, the 2nd of July. So, when you do the live on the 30th, which is my regular day, can you stay for one more minute, Cooley, while I give your opinion on this? So, do you stick with doing the live on the 30th at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern? Okay. Or would you wait till Wednesday, which is my actual birthday, and do it at 9 p.m. Eastern? I just had inputs. So, do you stick with my Monday the 30th at 9 o'clock, or do you go to the 2nd at 9 o'clock, which should be the Wednesday? Excuse me. Hello, us, never them. I don't have plans on my birthday, no. The only thing is I get out of chores and I get to pick where we eat. This is for everybody's birthday, the four of us. We just get to pick where we eat and we get to pick out our cake. So let's say I want to eat at Texas Roadhouse. Well, we don't have that in Canada, but if we did, then I would get Texas Roadhouse that day. I could do both. See, I didn't think of it. For you, yes, Sam. Because I forgot it'd be Sunday. It's Sunday for you already. But yes, I'll be. No, it'll be Tuesday morning for you, Sam. My next live. See, I didn't think of it your way, Bridget, to be honest. Oh, no worries, Laurie. See, I didn't think of it that way. Oh, get some sleep, Sam. I totally understand. Or I could shorten one too. One sec, Laurie, and I'll drop the link for you. Yes, get some sleep for sure, Sam. That's true. Okay, thank you, Coley and Bridget, for your input. I appreciate that. Bubs, wrong button. That was me, Lori. It wasn't your end, it was my end. I kicked you out. I see Lori's cat's butt.
Yes, my cat is right here. So that phone call was kind of entertaining. I yeah. Say again.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, so yes, I got a phone call because one of the ladies in my crochet group, she also does these murder mysteries. So we had swapped out murder mysteries, and they had done one of them that I had given them,
Mm-hmm.
and they couldn't figure out how to verify their solution. They had figured it out, but what's that?
Nothing.
Oh, okay, sorry. Um, but yeah, this is Missy. Um, but yeah, so I was did I help her out? Only sort of. Only sort of. All right. So yeah. Yeah,
She
she's
just needed a bit of help.
how's your special diamond painting coming?
Good.
Good. Good. Wonderful.
I spilled the beans. I
Oh,
told
did
Mom.
you? Oops.
But no, I was working on it in here, and she walked in. And she's like, "Oh, who's that for?" I'm like, "Your birthday."
Yeah. Yeah.
Not thinking.
So I need to make sure I have muted this. There we go. Okay, wait. StreamYard. There you are. Okay. Sorry, I hadn't muted you running. Anyway, yeah. So you spilled the beans. Is she super excited though?
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah. That's
she wants
awesome.
me to make it for her,
Mm-hmm.
and I bought it for her too. I told her I was buying
Right.
it for her when I bought
Right.
it. Hello, Rita.
This is my
Rita said hello to me.
hi,
you.
Rita. This is my nightmare of a blanket. It is so cute though. The pig's done.
Ooh, that's cute.
But oh my gosh, because I'm not doing it as appliques, it's double crochets and then popcorn stitches from the graph I made. It's just taking forever.
A lot of counting.
It's so much counting. I'm so over it. But I did do myself a favor, and I have stitch markers every 10. That has saved me many times. But that's been my main project. I made this.
Laura said that's cute. That's cute too.
Yeah. That's a baby hat for that same baby. It's due in 5 weeks, I think.
Nice.
So obviously this is for winter. We're in Colorado, so it'll be a while before.
A week from Wednesday, Rita.
Oh, that's exciting.
So I guess 9 days or 10. Now I gotta do counting, Rita. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 11. I was close. 11.
So you're allergic to shellfish, but not this super, not like you could touch them and you'd be okay.
I can touch it and play with it if I wanted to. I don't do it, but I could. It's only they eat it. I break it into hives and
throw it out there. The one person I know that's allergic to shellfish, almost exactly the same, but he sometimes is sensitive to even like touching it. So,
well, sometimes I am too for touching it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So I won't go to a crawfish boil.
No, it's not. It's not a safe place for you. Like, and everything touches everything when it's cooked together. So there wouldn't be anything for you to eat. A few times, not this year, but a few times they've actually had somebody on the grill doing hamburgers and hot dogs for people that weren't doing any of that, but still just the environment and it's in the air. And I wouldn't take, hi, Ian. Wouldn't
Hi,
take
Ian.
any chances.
Ian, I thought you were going to sleep. You're going to eat your dinner and then go to bed.
And you said you work more than usual next week, yeah?
No, this week I work 6 days.
Oh, this week. Oh, 6 days. Oh. That's
Then
tough.
next week I'm back to 5. That I can handle.
Man.
But it's good having you here, Ian. Ian did his Alzheimer's live today.
Yes, and I was gone all day. I saw that I got the notification and I was like, I can't be there. So, because I was being social, not that I was really terribly social. It's my husband's work friends. So, although not very many of them are actually from
being social.
You like being social?
No.
You don't like being social?
No, yeah. I hate being social.
That's what I thought. Yeah. No, I mean, I don't mind it, but when it's
so it's a small group of people I'm okay with. It's the big groups of people I get awkward with.
Yeah, it was a smaller group than it usually is. This is an annual thing that this couple has been doing since 2004, which that is a long time.
That is a long time.
And they have a new dog. It's a very big dog. It's a type of Mastiff, and she's Argentinian Dogo. Oh,
that would be
so big. It's a big, muscular, so sweet though. Oh my goodness, so sweet. But she's white, so they had to put doggy sunscreen on her because it was 100 degrees here today, Fahrenheit.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what that is, Celsius, but it's a lot. 30 something, right?
Well, tomorrow is supposed to feel like 113 Fahrenheit here.
That's crazy.
That's 45 Celsius.
That's not normal for your area, is it?
Not really, no. We have a heat wave.
Man.
Are you supposed to be that hot tomorrow, Laura? Too?
I'm going to check.
Are you cooler than I am?
I'm going to check what our weather is tomorrow. Yeah, it got to 100 today. Tomorrow it's only going to get to 90. Like that's so much better. But I think that's about 30. Is that 30? 90?
Oh, then you know what I can do, Rita? I could throw you a birthday party on my channel on the 30th and do my birthday on the 2nd. That's what we'll do.
June 30th is my wedding anniversary. This is number 9.
Yeah, we're in the same heat wave, Laura.
Oh.
I mean, you don't have air conditioning, you just have fans.
Right, because normally you wouldn't need it, right?
We don't usually use air conditioning in the summer.
Right. So I used to live in kind of, I would call them the foothills, not the mountains, very close to town. But like, if you were in the foothills and you were up enough elevation that most people didn't have air conditioners, and now they're like, they need air conditioners too.
Oh, wow.
Further up, you don't. Another 500 degrees elevation or so. You probably, I don't know if you watched it or at all or whatever, but the people that wrote South Park,
yeah,
a cartoon, okay, they are from a town that's about an hour drive up the mountain from me.
Oh, nice.
And so maybe even a little more, maybe an hour and 15. Anyway, up there, literally no one has air conditioning. It's still good enough with an attic fan or a swamp cooler. You're good. Nice. I don't even think most of them have swamp coolers, but man, we checked because I was like, this seems really early for us to have 100-degree weather. We get it in July in the Denver metro area. It's not that abnormal. But to get it in June was weird. But apparently, the earliest we've ever had it was June 11th. So
Oh,
this isn't that early. It's just feels really early. Ugh. And then a couple of years ago, we just had it was rainy all of June, like almost all summer. And I don't think we even got to 100 until maybe the beginning of August, and it was like one day. I think a string of 100s is what would be more significant here in Colorado, but it's going to go down to 90 tomorrow. That's more normal for here, the up and down. It's crazy. Is your weather more consistent?
kinda.
Yeah. Are you anywhere near a mountain range? I don't recall.
Not really.
Not really, yeah. That's what jacks our weather up. It changes how the streams are and which way the air is moving. I meant to say hi to Rita. Yes, she is. Zach is a sweetie.
No, I'm throwing you your party on your birthday, Rita. It's a Monday. So you better be there. It wouldn't be a party without you there, Rita, because
You probably work Monday during the day, though, huh? Do you
I
work?
get Monday, Tuesdays off usually.
Oh, nice. Nice. I'm actually doing a live during the day with Critters Crochet. We're going to be talking about how can you do this craft of crochet on a budget.
Oh, nice. What day?
Monday, the
I meant the
24th,
time.
I guess. 11. Let me see. I
Monday's
think
the
it's
23rd.
1 o'clock or 23rd. Yeah, I think it's 1 o'clock Eastern. Let me double check.
On your channel?
Yeah, on my channel, yeah.
Okay.
So 1 o'clock Eastern.
Okay. That would be a
So
little bit late.
lunchtime. Yeah.
So that might be
Find
a few
out
minutes
what a
late.
cheapskate I am about things.
You're cooler than us, Laura. We're at 24. It feels like 30. What's your Fahrenheit? That is
Yeah, I'm gonna check.
75.
So it says 100 is about 37.8
But it feels
degrees Celsius. Blah. Office. Awful.
86. So it feels like 86. Then tomorrow, I'll convert it for y'all. I'll do the afternoon. Well, even in the morning, it's supposed to be hot. It's going to be 34 Celsius. Do you want my weather tomorrow? Anybody want 93 Fahrenheit? But it'll feel like 113.
So is that because of the humidity?
I gotta work tomorrow. Yes. We had a
Yeah.
lot of humidity.
We earlier when I checked, I think it said we had 8%. 8. Single digit 8% humidity. So our heat feels really different. We're closer to the sun because of the elevation and whatever.
Our
But-
humidity right now is at 71%.
71, is that what you said?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is right now. Let me check. It wasn't cooperating with me. What's our humidity?
You're lucky, Laura. Well, it's still hot, but
Yeah, our humidity is 7, single digit, 7%. But what's so weird is like the reason it feels hotter with the humidity, right? It just like it feels like it's in your whole body. Everything feels hot. Whereas here with our altitude, it kind of, and our low humidity, it feels like the sun is like searing your skin, but only your skin. Like your inside doesn't feel as hot. It's very strange. Yeah. And going in the shade, it can feel 20 degrees cooler. That's all it takes. But in humidity, I know that doesn't do hardly anything going in the shade. except prevent sunburn, right?
Oh, you're getting a storm, Laura. We're supposed to be sunny tomorrow. So
Nice. Yeah, I think we're sunny all day tomorrow.
I have to work in the kitchen tomorrow. Aren't I lucky? It's gonna be hot outside and hot in the kitchen.
We have a 2% chance of precipitation tomorrow, which means we're not going to get anything. That's how I'm going to interpret that.
We have a 10% chance.
Yeah, so you're at least you might get something.
Wednesdays is calling for it. It's calling for a thunderstorm.
It looks like we might get rain Tuesday or Wednesday.
Poor
But
kids.
that's it.
The kids here in school on Thursday, and it's supposed to rain on them.
Mm.
Well, the high school kids are done. They're just on their exam period.
Yeah, our Colorado schools have been done since the last week of May.
Yeah, then the elementary go till the 26th. And then they're off until the 3rd of September.
And ours start in the second week of August, so that's the shift.
You go back the day after Labor Day.
Right, which is what the US used to do. I don't know why they changed it or
Hi, Lydia.
why they shifted everything, but they certainly did. Hi, Lydia.
That's what a lot of people said. That
Yeah.
they used to start after Labor Day.
They did. And I think back east, like the eastern states, some of them still do. And I know my husband, he's from the UK. They all go back about that first week of September. I don't think they have Labor Day because that's an American thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Pueblo. Oh, Pueblo is probably real hot today.
A nice Sheeta.
I'm going to look it up because I have a feeling Pueblo was even hotter than us. What was...
Your pressure's at 101.1, Laura. What's ours at? Ours is at 101 too. Your UV's low. Well, duh. It's dark out.
Pueblo has a very cute little zoo. Not that that's at all.
Our pollen is low too. So are the bugs.
No, Pueblo was much more pleasant today. They were 88 degrees Fahrenheit.
Well, darn. Not that I wanted to be hot.
Right. But usually they're a little bit warmer than us because, first of all, they're that's about 2 hours south of where I'm at. And then also they're lower elevation, so they tend to get a little hotter.
Lydia said in Nebraska.
Middle of August. Yeah, same as us.
Back in the middle of August.
Yep. And how long ago did they get out, Lydia?
Yeah, but you get Labor Day off school though, right?
Yes, we do. Yeah. Get Labor Day off. From what I understand, part of the deal is wanting to end before June 1st. So ending no later than May 31st. And for the students, it's ideal to end before, second week of May, even earlier than here. There you go on my phone and its contribution to everything. So it ends, it usually ends the Friday before Memorial Day weekend. The teachers usually have to go back after Memorial Day if it's like if it's not going to be past May 31st. But the students are usually done before Labor Day. And I remember Memorial Day, sorry. And I'm not totally sure. I heard it had something to do with like calculating the days, and too many students were missing finals if they were after Memorial Day and different stuff. I don't know. It sounded like parents saying, "Hey, we would rather go back in August and be out before Memorial Day."
Hmm.
I think that was a factor in their decisions. But I don't, again, it's not every state. It's just Colorado, and it sounds like Nebraska is similar. But Nebraska ends even earlier than us.
Second week of May.
Yeah, we're pretty much the third week usually.
Oh, do you want to see the sunset the other day? I took a picture of it. You get the car in front of us too, bud.
Oh, oh, beautiful! That's stunning.
Yeah. I couldn't zoom in without getting in the car. So
I know it's so hard to get it in the car.
I was on my own from work.
Say
I
it
don't know
again.
who that is. I don't know who Dan is. I can't like him.
And somebody that says it's morning, so not from Canada or the U.S.
No. There's my friend's dogs. Are you ready to see them?
Yes.
I'll tell you the kind they are first. Sorry. I have to go back and text them.
Oh, India. Okay.
I don't know, Reed. I just thought it was a pretty picture.
It was beautiful. It'd be fun to, like, if you could kind of like pull out the stuff you didn't want. That would be a beautiful diamond painting.
This is the Pyrenees crossed with a Retriever Collie. Shown first.
Oh, what a cute fluff.
That's
Pretty good sized.
yes. And then the other one is a Shepherd crossed with a Rottweiler. I can never say that.
That's one smart dog, I bet.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's her.
Oh, mostly black. Cute.
Yes.
Lovely. Does the Pyrenees mix need a lot of grooming?
Yes.
Yes. I'm glad you went back.
Yeah. That so you can see it again, Rita.
I love the way it reflected up too. That's so pretty. So pretty.
I had to get a picture. I'm like, I don't even care about the car in front of me. You can't see its license plate or anything, so.
So that's why they do it, Lydia. That makes sense. So they build in, they end early with the anticipation of having to add on the end if they have to take too many snow days. Totally makes sense. Because Nebraska and Colorado, we have the same problem in that regard.
I don't make people bloom. They just came in here. I have to get to know you first.
Buy me dinner first. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Yes. Blue yarn. I'm gonna say it that way. I'll be obtuse. Yeah. Snow days. How many did you? We didn't. I feel like we had a few more than usual, but I'm on the southern part of the Denver metro area, and we can have completely different weather than like Denver itself, like because we're in a different stream or whatever. So this year we got in the school district I live in, they had, I want to say like 4 snow days, which is unheard of. We just do not get that many snow days. Like usually it's 1 or 2. That would be normal. So it's very strange. Now, the rest of the Denver metro area, I think it was only 2. But it was just, we got hit way harder just because we're in a different, like, kind of stream or whatever they call it, airstream or whatever.
Yeah.
It was interesting because I have It's also fascinating because even though my husband's ex lives about 10 minutes, not even miles, 10 minutes north of us. So his younger daughter is in a different school district than his older daughter who lives with us full time. And so she goes to a different school district. So she had a bunch of snow delays, but she only had the 2 snow days. And the other one had 4 snow days. So Sacramento, and they have snow days.
Oh, really?
And they have built-in snow days. Do you ever give a story when you do your crochet? Okay, like when I'm actually crocheting. Not usually, because I'm telling a story and I talk with my hands, and so usually I'm not crocheting when I tell stories. But I'm glad you like my stories. It's I usually will tell a story and then talk about my crochet is usually how it goes with my stories. Or I just throw a story in while I'm talking about my crochet stuff because that's what I do. Or, but yeah. That's usually how it goes for me. Or I tend to put it at the front. Not always. But I'll put a story about while I crochet. No, I talk with my hands too much. That's just the reality of it.
Some people do.
Yeah. I have to switch out my moon sheets. These are Camille makes these project sheets.
Cute.
For the full moon. So you can just go on her posts and get them. And then my printer it kind of ran out of, I thought there was a 4th one, maybe not. It kind of ran out of black ink. So this looks like it was already pre-colored, but I just love the way it came out. But I need to put those.
I like the way it came out though.
She does it once a month, but they are little project sheets that you can color. And then I always print too, because then I give it to my 3-year-old granddaughter to color. And it's really hilarious what she chooses to color. I thought for sure this was going to be her favorite because she's obsessed with strawberries. But she actually liked this one the most.
Oh, that's cute.
It is. It's so cute. And she literally, all she did was go through here and color the strawberries. And everything else she left blank. That's what she does. And like on this one, because again, I printed another one. She went in and colored like the little flowers, but that's it. And she left the rest. She'll tell you, I like doing art. Okay. She does, actually.
Wow. It looks like she does.
Yeah, she's fun. She's fun. She did really well with the knitting machine as long as I kept it in tube, on the tube setting. She did well. Yeah. And I very rarely crochet on screen too. Like the crochet with me kind of format. But it's because I'm too chatty and I talk with my hands. I just I just don't. But I'm glad you enjoy my silly stories.
I do too.
That's good. I'm glad. I mean, honestly, that's a big part of the reason I even started the channel was to tell all the silly stories of my teaching. And it's funny how I'll get reminded of one and then I have to write it down because something will remind me. Craziest thing, I haven't even talked about this on my channel. It happened during a live I was doing. It was only a 35-minute live. I was actually putting these nails on. And so my husband had gone out on the back porch and apparently he did not hear the doorbell ring. Well, I knew that we had an appointment because they're going to be painting our house, and the person that was coming to evaluate the wood. Oh, I am flexible. I'll work with it. Just about anybody, Lydia. My email.
Yeah.
Here, I'll type it. You can just email me and we can work something out. Hopefully it goes through. Oh no, it's blocked. Because I'm not a mod, but I'm not asking to be a mod, but you can see it, so you can type it up there. It's Lori's Crochet Hutch. But what's I saying? Oh,
you a mod, you can type it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that works.
Give me 1 sec.
So I'm doing my nails on a live. I hear the doorbell. Okay, now I can.
Yes.
Okay. There you go. That's my email. Just email me, Lydia, and we'll work something out. I'm very, very flexible. I have a couple that are pretty set in stone. Sunday nights, Camille and I are on my channel, and Friday nights, generally Friday nights. This week it was Friday morning. Friday nights we're on her channel doing diamond painting. Those are the only two I have set in stone, pretty much consistent. But anyway, so I'm on live. I'm like halfway through putting these nails on. I've never used this product before. Let me show you. And I knew the guy was coming. Oh, that's really hard to see. Let's see if it's better on the purple. Yeah. This red aspen nail dashes. So they're little fake nails and you glue them on. Anyway, so they're very cute. I was trying them for the first time, and I'm doing the live and chatting and whatever, and the doorbell rings. I'm like, oh, it's fine. My husband will get it. And then while I'm on a mobile live, so I was on a vertical live, he calls. And he's like, I'm here to do the evaluation on the woodwork that needs to be done. And I'm like, okay. I don't know where my husband is. I can't believe he didn't answer the door. He was on the back porch and didn't hear the bell. And we have, it's not a Ring camera, but it's basically a Ring camera. And so it notifies us. It didn't notify him. So I have to answer the phone, which makes my live buffer, right? I told everybody hang in there because I had it up on my computer too, because that way I can keep up with chat. I'm sitting there. See how I told you I talk from my hands? I wasn't kidding. So I type, okay, I'll be right back. So as soon as I got off the phone, I told them, hey, I got to go answer the door. I'll be right back. Or I ran down to find my husband. I sent him to answer the door so I could. And then I came running back up the stairs, and I'm huffing, puffing, and finished my nails. Then my husband comes in the room, maybe less than 10 minutes, definitely less than 10 minutes later. And he's like, wait, do you know this name? And held up this kid's business card. And I say, kid. He's actually probably about your age. He goes, and I go, I do know that name. He was one of my students way back at the beginning of my career at the high school I did most of my career at. So, and I'm like, I absolutely know who that is. That was so funny. So I went, after I finished, I finished my live kind of quick. And yes, Laura, you're a hand talker as well. Yes. Anyway, so that was kind of a funny story that happened during a live recently. So not only did I have it buffering because I had to answer the phone, but then I had to leave the live for a couple minutes. And then I had that whole thing. And I'm like, I made the live kind of short because I was going to as soon as I finished it anyway. But I was like, I wanted to make sure to be able to actually chat with this former student. And yeah. So he was right toward the beginning of my working at that school. Actually, he probably was a freshman my very first full-time year there, because my very first year there, I was doing part-time, and it was on a rotating block schedule. So I literally worked every other day. So that was kind of a cool schedule. Um, that worked. My kids were little. Um, let's see, how old were they? Two, 2 and 4. Yeah. Yeah. So they were little tykes, but yeah. So I wasn't ready to go full time yet. And then the following year, a full time position came open. And I'm like, yeah, financially, it makes a lot of sense. I really liked working there. It was, I mean, I don't know other jobs, but as a teacher, I substituted in the school district I was in, which is a different school district than I live in currently. But I substituted all over. It was a huge school district. It was 1/7 of all students were going to that school district. It's a huge school district here, not Denver, to clarify, because Denver doesn't, even though it's physically large and is very populated, it doesn't have as proportionally as many students. So anyway, I got to know which schools I actually would want to work at and which schools there was no way. There was one school I substitute. Nope, take that back. 2 schools. I substituted at them one time and never went back. I'm like, I'm never substituting at that school again. As a substitute, you can choose that. So it was nice to get to know which schools. So I was like, after working part-time, I had previously worked a part-time job. I had 2 different part-time jobs prior to that job, but they were both only 1 semester, separate years. Anyway, but yeah, it was when you substitute, you can, first of all, you get to choose, right? But secondly, like, you get to know, is this a school I would want to be at long term? And the school that I had that third part-time job at, I'm like, I love this school. This is where I want to be. So when the full time, I'm like, I would have liked to waited 1 more year for my kiddo to be in kindergarten, but my oldest kiddo, but it was fine. My husband, now ex-husband, he was able to be available during the days, and then he would do all of his work in the afternoon, evenings once I was home. So, and we kind of joked that he was the winter parent and I was the summer parent. Yeah, it worked. It was good. He was a good dad. So no complaints in that arena.
That is awesome. Yeah.
But yeah, it is. My favorite part of teaching is like seeing my students be grown adults and living their best lives and, doing great things. And I love it. I love it so much. And my husband is convinced that everything is connected back to that town that I grew up in and then I ended up teaching in. Because we've been in Florida, and one of my former students recognized me and talked to me.
Oh, so, wow.
Yeah, like he's like, how? Like, I don't know. This is just what happens. Everywhere, if we go anywhere here in Colorado, especially when I was still working, it was I'd run into a teacher, a former teacher, a student, former student. Anytime we did any activity, anything. So it's funny, but it was really great to see him, especially because, again, he's in his early 30s. So one of the first students at that school that I taught, and I'm pretty sure I taught him possibly all 4 years. Was he in my class all 4 years? He might have been.
Oh, wow.
He might have been. I had a handful of them. Probably a total of maybe 30 to 40 kids that ended up in my class all 4 years. Even though we had a pretty decent sized school, it's just how it all worked. But I loved it. I really do miss teaching, but also I really love being retired. I'm not even going to pretend. I love being able to go be grandma to my daughter's kids. It's way too much fun. I just love it so much. But, and then it's freed me up to help with my youngest stepdaughters who are both in high school still. So it's been
That's good then.
it's given my husband a lot more freedom to be able to take on extra duties at work, because he's not only is he in law enforcement and works in the jail. I do have to clarify that, because I'm like, when I say, oh, I'm getting called from the jail, so I need to take this, people can interpret that wrong. But
Well,
no, he works
yes.
there. He works there. He does that, and he's in the National Guard, and was he was a parachute rigger, so he jumped out of airplanes. I think he's crazy,
wow.
but that's okay.
I can't be joining him.
No, I'm not. No. That's a big fat no for me. I'm not doing that. But he loved it. He has over 100 jumps. I can't remember how many he said. And he's gotten to jump in totally different places out of different kind of aircraft. Like he got to jump out of a hot air balloon in Thailand, which that's cool. But I still wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it though.
I wouldn't do it. No way. So he's a very, very busy man, with technically 2 jobs, being in the National Guard plus his all the time job. So yeah, like I said, it's helped him quite a bit for me to be available all the time. And so to fully put it in perspective, it's coincidental, had nothing to do with it. I was already in the process of doing the disability retirement for migraines. May of 2020 is when I retired. So,
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I think they pushed my paperwork through faster simply because of that. Honestly, that timing, that online teaching, I lasted a week, and it gave me such terrible headaches. I couldn't even function. So that was a rough time, but I was very glad I had already started getting all the paperwork together so once I took the short-term disability, I could submit the paperwork, and they approved me. They approved me in it must have been 4 weeks, somewhere between 4 and 5 weeks. And they said the minimum was 6, and normal 6 to 8 weeks, but they approved me really fast. I don't know what my neurologist said, but it was enough, I guess. Well, plus I had a lot of paperwork I'd been gathering. Thankfully, I did not have to go. I mean, I have no idea how it works in Canada to get on disability here through our federal government. That's a whole thing, and they typically deny you multiple times. You almost have to get an attorney, but it's hard to do that. My sister had to do that, but she had enough medical problems. She had an attorney through her disability insurance, so she was able to get on, and not. She has completely different medical issues than I do. It's just interesting. We both ended up retiring. I wasn't even 50 yet, which is crazy. That was part of my problem too. Yeah. Yeah.
But Laura, you're on disability. Was it hard to get onto it?
Yeah. How hard was that paperwork?
Is the paperwork hard, Laura?
Because my cousin,
yeah,
my cousin, they tried twice on their own, and then they tried with an attorney, and they've been denied every time. And I don't know. Again, I didn't have to go through that. I went through my pension, basically, through the Teachers Association, through it's called the Public Employees Retirement Account. So I'd been paying in, and I had more than 20 years of service. So you got turned down twice. Okay. So yeah, see, that's normal. Like that's the norm here in the US to get turned down, but I didn't have to go. I don't qualify for the SSID, Social Security something disability. Is that right? SSDI. That's the way it goes. Anyway, because I make too much money from my retirement disability. It's weird. Wow. It's based on my years of service, and it's a percentage and blah, blah, blah. But I was not old enough to retire in the normal way. Okay.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
a dog.
So you
Oh,
get the right doctor. The right doctor, I think some doctors really know what to say to actually get them to say, yeah, this person cannot have a traditional job. I would be the world's worst employee. I'd be calling in all the time. And I would never be able to predict when, other than, hey, the weather's going to shift. I'm probably going to have a migraine tomorrow. That's terrible. Even retired, though, I still struggle with it, which is frustrating. I mean, oh my goodness, so much better. And I feel so blessed. I feel blessed. I get more income than I would if I went through the traditional routes. I believe at least I get more income than my sister does. But I, I do have to. I feel blessed. I finally found exactly the right neurologist. He actually is a migraine specialist, and he does most of, like, he speaks at pretty much all of the symposiums or whatever the doctors call them, where my regular doctor has actually seen him speak, and I'm like, he's so good at dealing with migraine. But I think so often it is the key is finding the right specialist to getting somewhat controlled. But yeah. Yep, stress will be a real bad trigger. Yep, Laura. Yep, I have a friend that's got the pedimones. Is that what the ones, like, it's almost like going to sleep epilepsy? It's not narcolepsy though, so I don't want to confuse that. But the like, she blinks out kind of epilepsy, and if she's stressed, man, you can almost guarantee she'll get one. It's, yeah, stress is a big problem. I love when they say reduce your stress. Well, not teaching now reduced my stress quite tremendously, but it,
well, yes.
but it doesn't take away the stress. I mean, and Laura
No.
having to go through getting denied twice, so having to do all of that 3 times, ugh, that's a lot of stress. Now you just opened a center of some sort, right? Or was it a church, or what was it that you just opened, Laura? I I keep meaning to go in and watch all that because I saw it. Pity or spacing, grandma, right? Grandma are which are way worse. Yeah. Okay, grandmas were like it involves your whole body and all that, right? Yeah. The little
Yes.
I know is from
My friend had one
her.
of them in class.
Yeah. Oh.
She was waiting for the teacher to, like, because she was helping another student. I was trying to get his attention, but didn't do it in time. Because if she felt one coming on, somebody like the EA or another student would walk her to the office just in case she had one on the way down.
Hmm.
Then she had somebody with her. Well, she was trying to get the teacher's attention, but it was too late.
Yeah. Yeah. We had the only similar but not quite same situation, and it was not in my room. So when we do, like, nationalized tests, so that's usually in April. So we were doing what at that time it was the ACT. Now we're back to the SAT. Anyway, they happened in April. The junior class, the juniors in high school, everyone in the whole country takes it on the same day.
Oh,
So we all, like, we would not have the rest of the students there, and it would just be the whole school was used for testing because you have a limited number that you can have per classroom and all this stuff. Anyway, in one of the other teachers' classrooms, a kid had a grand mal. And, like, they had to write all these exceptions, and they had to get, like, it was just a whole thing, and that kid had never had one before, so didn't even, like, there was no way. So he basically was probably stressed. That would be my guess, was like the trigger or whatever, and yeah, fell out of his desk. And yeah, so luckily she knew how to handle it because we are kind of trained what to do to some degree, but yeah, that whole classroom, they had to stop the timer. They had to write all this exemption until, and with that, especially because it was his first, he had to get us taken by the ambulance. It was that's the only thing that I have even close to that. I had students with all kinds of different things. I will never forget. This student comes to class and he's like, I'm sorry I'm a couple minutes late. I think I got stung by a bee. And he's got this huge swelling. I'm like, why are you here? Go to the clinic. And I said to his friend, take him to the clinic. I mean, I appreciated his diligence, but no, go to the clinic. Like,
you might want to get that looked at first.
What's that?
You appreciated him coming to class, but go get that looked at.
But for me to yell at him, go to the clinic and make sure somebody went with him. Because with bee stings, you really don't know.
You don't know if you're allergic or not.
Right.
Are you on 3 different meds, Laura?
Yeah. Are you pretty controlled? Because that's finding all the right combination and the right dosages can be. My friend, they finally found one, but they had to get she's got some kind of device that they can, like it's like a zapper of sorts. You're just playing with the different things. Oh, that's fine. But
you know what this one did?
Because the meds weren't. Yeah, I like that one. That can be really helpful at times. But yeah, I think she's finally pretty level, but she doesn't have a driver's license. Oh my gosh. And then she went through, I hope you've never been through this, Laura, and I hope you never go through this. So before she stopped having her license because she wasn't consistently she had consistently not had a seizure in 6 months. I think that was what the rule was. And so she gets pulled over and the guy thinks she's drunk. And she, of course, failed the roadside test because she was having a seizure, and takes her to the police station, books her for a DUI, and she blows 0 on the alcohol thing. And they're like, oh, well, that's some kind of mistake. And so she spent a year and a half fighting this DUI. The girl does not drink anything at all. And she was fighting this and blew the 0. It's like, and had to show that the medications can cause it. It was obnoxious. And I felt so bad for her going through that. So again, Laura, I hope you never go through anything like that. Whoop, you're muted. He must be chatting with his mama. All the way back in 2007.
And they upped my clobazam.
Oh, okay. I think that last one, Lamotrigine, I think that's one of the ones that my friend is on. I don't remember though.
As long as I'm working for you, Laura.
Oh.
Oh, when I muted, I was just saying goodnight to Mom.
I figured. I said, I bet he's talking to his mom.
Yeah, she's going to bed. So I just said goodnight to her.
Well, yes, it's 11:30 there.
She goes to bed between 11:30 and 12. Well, 11 and 12. Depends on the day.
Honestly, that's a decent schedule for me too. I prefer to go to sleep at about 11. There was a period of time I was having a hard time going to bed before 2:00, but tonight I should be able to. I do have to record a video for tomorrow, but I am live tomorrow night think I'm going to try my Centro again. I think I'm going to try my knitting machine and try to do panels again. Armchair Chef suggested I use a different yarn and see if I get better luck that way. So I'm going to give it a shot. But the tube, great. Works great. Love it. I want to make so Crafty Witch 232. I don't know if you know Andy or not, but she actually did. Yeah, so you know her. Yeah. So she did the little video where she even used a 48 pin or a 40 pin Centro and then made a little octopus. So she told me how many rows to make and everything, and she gave me kind of a personal panel lesson like that she sent me in Facebook Messenger, and so she's been super helpful with it. I just need to, but I think Armchair Chef's right. I think I've tried so much with that yarn. I've just got to try something different. With the panels. Again, tubes, no problem. I can do the octopus that Andy Crafty Witch said. I can do that. Anyway. So, and you said you work tomorrow? What time do you have to work tomorrow?
3. I go in at 3.
3 in the afternoon.
9. So.
Okay. Is it a very long drive to work? The commute cannot be brutal sometimes, I know.
20 minutes.
Not too bad.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Don't ask me the direction. I'm not good with directions.
Yeah.
That way.
Yeah, I understand, Laura. I that's in so many ways I have felt that way about the migraines, and it's like it's neurological. There's nothing you did to cause it, and so I've had to. That first couple of years, it was just really hard, but now I can see all the blessings of that has come from it. Does it mean it's a blessing to have migraines? No. No. I feel blessed that I don't have to have a regular job, even though I absolutely loved my job so much. I did. I loved my job. I loved my coworkers. But there's so many blessings that I'm not doing that job anymore, and that I can just, in theory, take care of me, myself, and and all the other people in my life. But I can actually take care of my health the best I can. But I think my friend that I was talking about that has the seizures, I think she feels very much like it's ruining her life too. She's been lucky. She's a PE teacher for an elementary school. She's been lucky. She has not had one at work at all. But I think she has some kind of ride thing through our transportation system where she, because it's a medical reason why she can't drive, that our transportation like basically pays for her to get picked up and taken to work and taken back home. So, and her husband then can just help with the other things, or her mom. Her mom's works though. Her mom's a preschool teacher. So I wonder if her mother-in-law might not work. So maybe her mother, and the mother-in-law lives really close. So the mother-in-law might help out with some of the driving, but I think, like I said, I think my friend in many ways, no, she's my daughter's age. She's really my daughter's friend, but I'm really close friends with her mom. But anyway, and she's like, here she is. She's going to turn 30 in about 6 months. And she feels like so much of her life has been robbed in a way because of it. It's a hard thing, but at least she finally found a neurologist that's made a difference. And she's able to maintain a job, which, and found a workaround for the driving
Hmm.
that doesn't cost her money. That actually, that's, I guess, in essence, the state pays for it. So they have some kind of service now that will provide transportation for students to their school if for some reason their parent can't provide transportation. More than like if you don't live on a bus route, the school bus
Oh.
routes. There's some kind of new program, but I think it's probably for people that are financially.
Mhm.
Certainly, it sucks not being able. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it does.
That is so hard. It's so hard because it makes you feel so dependent. At least that's what the friend said. She doesn't like how dependent it makes her feel. I know I would feel like in a weird way trapped, um, but I think that's like that independence thing too. Like I happen to live in a place now that I could walk to the grocery store. I could walk to. It's not close, but I could. I could walk to the Target. I could walk to Michael's. That one's a little more dangerous. I could walk to Home Depot. I could get places, but it's only because of where I live. Where I previously lived, the only one of those things I could walk to the grocery store and Ace Hardware. That's what I had near those. Those were walking distance, but here I could walk if I had to. But do I want to? No. No, a walk. I wouldn't want to. It's a half mile, 3/4 of a mile to the Michaels, and then to Target it's at least a mile. Again, totally walkable, but ugh. Which is funny because I used to, when I was in junior high, I used to run the mile. I used to
Oh,
run
yeah.
the 400, 800, and the mile. My knees are letting me know I did them no good. I've already had a partial knee replacement. But yeah, I'm sorry, Laura. That is really hard. The amount of dependence that creates. I'm so sorry. And limitations. I guess that's it. It's the limitations.
Yes.
My husband's mom, again, he grew up in the UK, so that he's from Belfast, Northern Ireland. His mom did not drive until, when did she get her license? I want to say she was 50. No, 60. Maybe she was 60 and she had to
Oh,
get
wow.
her license. Because his dad was started having some medical problems, and so she knew that she needed to learn to drive. Um, but actually, she must have got it right as he got sick, because he had her drive one time when she didn't have a license because he had a brain tumor. They didn't know anyway, but he sideswiped some cars, and he's like, I can't drive, you're just gonna have to drive. And so at that point she's like, I need to actually learn to really drive and not just drive out of absolute necessity. So I think she was 60 years old, which that's, it goes to show you can you can learn at any age. But when that privilege is taken away from you because of medical, that's really hard. That's really hard. And again, my friend is going through that too. She's, I don't know how old you are, but I can't even imagine being in my 20s and not being able to. have that independence. No, that's hard. But anyway,
It would be.
like my cuckoo clock just went off, which means it's 14 and a half minutes till the hour. It's humorous. It's my cuckoo clock. It shows the correct time, but it chimes about 14 and a half minutes early. But it shows the correct time. So what did we do wrong? It's Oh, since you were a child. Oh, see, that's hard too.
Oh yes.
So you've never been able to drive. Am I interpreting that correctly? Oh, I'm so sorry. But oh man. Yeah.
Oh, she said a brain injury.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Months.
And then that's what triggered it. Okay. I'm so sorry. So it wasn't even something you were born with per se. I think my friend, hers is just truly neurological, not an injury. I think she started having them as a teenager, maybe, but they didn't figure it out until I think her early 20s, or no, it had to have been like shortly after she got out of high school. But in either case, it's just living with that your whole life, so you don't know what it's like to not have them. That's rough. And see, to me, why weren't you approved right away? Like you have a SSID. I'm telling you, SSDI. Sorry. It's so it's such a pain in the butt here in the U.S.
Another seizure is tonic clonic.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. I've heard of that type. My minor in college was special education, so I learned about a lot of the disabilities and things that impact students at school. But I was in college a long, long time ago. More than 30 years ago. Right? Yes. Yes, more than 30 years ago. But I didn't start teaching right away either. I didn't start teaching till, let's see. When did I finally actually start teaching? 1996. But I had my teaching license and everything
I was 2 then.
in 1994.
I was 2 when you first started teaching.
You would not have been in my classroom.
Nope.
Now my daughter, she likes teaching. She likes teaching the 2-year-olds and 4.
Laura
Yeah.
said I had to be put in special ed since grade 4.
Right, because they needed to make sure you had the right accommodations and all that.
As in special education 7 through 12.
Yeah. Learning disabilities or yeah.
Yeah. Trouble reading and math.
Yeah. Do you have some dyscalculia? That's the numbers.
And I was shy. That's the main reason they put me in it, because I was shy.
Mm-hmm. So it's
the
interesting.
reason is because I was shy and I didn't talk and socialize with the other kids.
Sometimes, yeah. I don't know if that's better or worse in that scenario. Here in the US, there's the whole thing now with the workload was too much in regular traditional classes. We have what's called least restrictive environment. So I actually taught the math classes that were what's called co-taught. So it was me and a special education teacher, and maybe a third of the students had IEPs, individualized education plans.
That's what I had.
Yeah. And so they were in the regular classroom, but got additional support. But then there were kids that environment was too much of a workload, like Laura said. And so they would be in a specialized pull-out program as opposed
I was in
to
a special
traditional.
class. I think the most kids he had in it was 14.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I
So
mostly
like
worked with
that
the
'cause it's
teacher who
smaller
did that
group.
class. Yeah.
And they put me
I,
in so shy, and I didn't socialize with the other children.
yeah.
We had
I
nothing in
don't know
common
that
with
that
the
would
other
get you in a
kids.
special ed class here. You have to be able to show, like, to just even get in a special ed class, you have to show a discrepancy between your, I'm going to call it IQ because that's the easiest way to understand it, your IQ and your actual
That's what they called it.
achievement. They called it IQ.
No,
Yeah.
this is what they called it I had.
So, oh, interesting. Okay, I know what that means. That's interesting.
Basically, it's like socializing with the other children. I'd rather be by myself at recess.
Right.
And I didn't like to put my hand up. But we don't think you're a freak here, Laura.
No. I'm always surprised to hear that people treat people with seizures any differently than somebody that had okay, I will use this like migraine. Like nobody's gonna call me a freak because I have a migraine. They're neurological disorders. So why is it any different? My opinion is how dare they? That's my opinion. You are 100% wonderful human being, regardless of a neurological disorder. But yeah, I get it. I get it, Laura. I get hating it. I really do. There
I've
are
known
times.
Laura, how long have I known you? About 3 years?
Okay. Quite a while.
I've known Laura 3-4 years. I've never thought she's been a weird person.
No, everything I've ever seen, because I see Laura in different chats, has always been nothing but lovely. That's the way I would describe.
Roughly 4. I've known Laura for 4 years.
4 years. Nice.
Been nothing but good to me.
Yeah.
We talk on Messenger sometimes.
That's lovely.
Laura knows if she has a problem, she can talk to me.
That's so nice.
And I'll try to help her through it. And I apologize, Laura, if I'm no help sometimes.
Sometimes you just need somebody to tell, and that's help enough. I've been having to go to regular therapy because of every 2 weeks, because I get so frustrated about the migraines. And so I can only imagine being in your shoes and having to deal with it your whole entire life. How frustrating that is. But yes, Zach, I'm sure your help, even if you don't have any advice, I'm sure just knowing you're there for her means a lot to Laura.
Sometimes Laura and I just talk, and she told me one day she just needs somebody to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
She's feeling a little lonely. She knows she can talk to me.
I'm sorry. Feeling the things. Yeah, I'm sorry, Laura.
Laura recently had a passing that hit her.
Oh, so there's grief to deal. Oh, grief is.
And we all deal with it differently, Laura, like I said.
And you can deal with every type of grief differently. Like,
feel mad about it.
And sometimes it smacks you in the back of the head and you don't see it coming. Like you think you're okay, and then all of a sudden you're hit with it again. and a different
The
and
first thing I
unexpected.
told Laura is if she has to cry, just let it out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't hold it back.
Right, release it. Yeah, release it the best you can. I totally agree with that.
So, and I told her I'll deal with it differently, but if she has to cry, I told her just let it out.
Yep. That's exactly right. Did I finish this one? Yes, I did.
And if people say get over it, Laura, smack them.
That is like the most ridiculous and absurd advice. Get
My
over it.
mom had a friend
No.
that actually told her that.
Say that again?
My mom had a person at the grocery store. She didn't know who the fuck they were. Pardon the language. We were talking about it. And then she said, get over it. And I'm like, Mom, just get the cart, let's go. She whispered to me, I want to smack that woman.
Yeah. That's it's all the it's all that's wrong with somebody's response to a person. Oh, I'm sorry, Laura.
That sucks, Laura.
Oh, that's really hard when it comes from your mom. Well, I'm telling you that is the world's worst advice. It's grief is it. My mom passed in 2012. Okay, just end of 2012. And sometimes I still have tremendous grief about it. And I don't know when it's gonna hit. If somebody told me to get over it, they might get some choice words from me. You just don't know. Grief is a really tough thing. And it's nobody's place to tell you to get over it. It's nobody's place. Like
It takes time, you're right, Laura. It does.
it takes time, and it takes you allowing yourself to feel it and release it and go through the stages and whatever. But those stages are different for everyone, by the way, and it can come in waves. And sometimes, like I said, it'll smack you in the back of the head, and you'll be like, "Why am I upset about that? Why am I grieving right now? Why?" And it just happens. So.
And you can still talk to him, Laura. He's still listening.
Mm-hmm.
I still talk to my brother, and it's been 11 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
I say goodnight to him almost every night. Last night, I don't think I did. Whoops. Oh, well. He'll forgive me.
Was he younger or older or twin? I can't remember.
Older.
Older.
3 years. Because
Okay.
he'd be 30. How old am I? He'd be 34 this year on the 19th of July.
Hmm.
Yeah, because when you passed, he was 22.
Hmm.
So yeah, he'd be 34.
I can't even imagine how difficult that was for your parents. And I don't know what that's like as a sibling either. I can't fathom.
Laura said in October, April next year, we are going to Halifax.
Oh, nice.
To be buried next to his mom and dad. Aw, that's good, Laura.
Halifax. That's
Nova Scotia.
okay. Thank you. I was like, that's not your province, is it?
No. Laura lives in the same province I do.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize she was in Canada for some reason.
Yep, Laura's in Ontario.
So her getting denied in Canada is very much like what would have happened in the U.S. So that's obnoxious.
Yeah. With Laura and I am not going to be a location out, Laura, nor mine, but we're 3 hours apart.
Okay. So that's significant. Like that would for me, that would be to go to the western slope in Colorado, the other side of the mountains. Oh, and you in high school. My parents split when I was I want to say about sometime between a year and 18 months. But they were always good friends, so I was blessed.
On the 27th, I think on Friday of next week, they're celebrating their 37th wedding anniversary.
That's nice. Yeah, both sets of my grandparents Well, one set made it to 50. The other one would have made it to 50, except my grandma passed. Um, but then my parents split when I was really little. But like I said, they always got along and they were friends. And I absolutely adored my stepmother. She was my second mom. Just loved her to pieces. So, and then my mom and my stepmom were friends, like good friends. I know it's not the normal situation. Your dad was 80. Okay. My dad is 80. Is he 82? Hold on.
That is.
Yeah, 82.
65.
Oh, okay.
He just retired in January.
Good for him. How's that going? Is he finding things to occupy his time?
He finds it boring at times.
Yeah.
Doing at work. But he likes it. He's finding time.
Oh, good.
This summer he wants to go, because if you're over 65 or on 65, you don't need a fishing license.
Oh, that's nice.
So he wants to go fishing this summer.
That's nice.
To occupy his time.
That's what my dad would love to do. He lives in Oregon now, because he needed to move to sea level, and it's where my stepmom, that's where her family is. They moved back there they didn't know it was going to be the last few years of her life, but they moved up there to be with her family because they've been here for his family, as in me and my sister, the whole time. So,
oh, that sucks, Laura. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, my dad's had a bypass. He has a pacemaker. He has.
And I'm sorry, Laura, if this is upsetting you. I don't mean to. I am.
Yes, let us know what you need to. Yeah.
Because if the subject's bothering you, we can change it.
Yes. For sure.
Well, not to be afraid, Laura, if the subject's bothering you. You know to speak up.
Well, yeah, and you have a history, so you too. She knows you, so
yeah,
it's a really good thing.
Oh, there's the diamond painting I'm working on.
Well, yes.
There's the diamond painting I'm working on.
There's my diamond painting. It's so pretty. Makes me think of Margaret, the sunbirds, but I know it's a different reason. But
it helps skinny it out, even though. Well, I don't care. They hate seeing it, Laura.
Right. If it's helping you, then we'll keep chatting. But yeah.
My channel is a safe place, Laura. If people don't like it, then I hate to say it. They can leave.
Right.
Or just ignore the chat until we're done talking about it.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. Because I know you and your dad, Laura, were close. You talked on the phone almost every day.
Yeah, that's...
This is what Laura needs, except Kat.
Yeah. Except I'm not like that. I need to talk to everyone. Unfortunately, I'm very, very... It's so funny because my sister and my mom are more similar in personality, and me and my dad are similar. Now, my dad, everywhere he goes, people talk to him. But I'm kind of the same. Oh, he had dementia. So did he struggle with remembering you?
Stage 4.
Yeah. Oh, that's hard. That's hard. The hard thing with Alzheimer's and dementia is you feel like you lose the person before you lose the person, and that's really hard. I had a friend that went through that with her mom, and it was hard.
Oh, this is true. The shirt says, "Don't worry about getting older. You'll still do stupid stuff."
It's true. I'm in my 50s. It's true.
My brother came to see if I was awake. Hopefully I'm awake. I'm talking.
Yes.
But I do talk to my sleep. I won't lie. I do a lot of stuff in my sleep.
I used to talk in my sleep too. Somewhere
I
along the line, it stopped.
snore. I moan. I talk. Um, I reposition. God knows how many times. I feel bad for my future wife if you share a bed.
Oh, they didn't realize he was that level.
Oh no,
But
he
you
knew who
noticed
I
he
was.
started repeating. Yeah. My sister lives, my sister moved up to Oregon because she had to move to sea level. Colorado is far from sea level. Um, there's not a single place in Colorado that's even close. So they moved to she moved to Oregon shortly after my stepmother passed. Because it was a few months after that she got the news from her doctor that, hey, you need to move to. Hi, Lana.
I mean, Lana. Lana, I thought you were in bed.
Yes, because it's midnight there.
No,
What
California.
for you?
For her, it's 11.
It's only 9. Yeah.
But Lana messaged me earlier saying she's going to sleep. When I saw him, I knew something was going to happen.
Yep, you can feel it. You can feel it. I'm grateful my sister has been there with my dad to. First of all, my stepmom kind of kept him in line and kept him organized and made sure he did what the doctor said. And now my sister has taken over that role. She and her husband moved up there less than a year after my stepmom passed, and she keeps him in line. But yeah, she'll tell me, hey, I'm worried about this, and I'll tell her, hey, go to the doctor's appointment with him and talk to the doctor about that. So she's due. Oh, so sorry. So she's the reason my dad's actually doing as well as he is. He wouldn't be, because my stepmom and my dad were married for 45 years.
Oh wow.
When she passed. So yeah. So they were long haul.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And then the whole time.
Oh man, Lana, you go to bed at 7 p.m. Do you work a really early shift? Is that why?
I think she's retired, but just goes to bed really early and wakes up really early.
Oh, okay. So that's her schedule, yeah.
I think that's just her schedule.
Yeah. Yes, it's your biorhythm. Sometimes that's what works for you. I'm go to bed at midnight-ish, get up at 8-ish would be my ideal schedule. That's kind of where I'd be, but do I get that? No, not all the time.
I'm being tested for early onset Alzheimer's right now. I'll be 62 in a couple of weeks.
So Lana definitely. So my uncle, so my mom's brother, was being checked. He got checked for dementia. I do not believe it was actually Alzheimer's, and there is some kind of medication that really, I don't know if it slows or reverses or what happens the procedure. So if they're testing you now, that's good, because if they see the signs, there's stuff they can give you now. And he went from, whoa, this dude's got dementia, to being almost back to his normal self within 6 months, I would say.
I get that, Laura.
Oh, I've been there, Laura. I have been there. Yes. That is one of those weird grief things that just, again, my mom's been gone for quite a long time, and still sometimes. Yeah, I just wish I could call her.
Yep.
Sorry, I keep banging my table that the computer's on.
Yes. That's fine. Yes. I lived with my brother and I still wanted to call him.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, it doesn't, it never truly entirely goes away. It just doesn't.
You don't get over. This is what somebody told me, and I like. You don't look over it. you never get over it, but you learn to live with it.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly right. And it doesn't mean there won't be random grief. It just doesn't. But yeah, since 2001.
Uh,
Yep, yep. See, Lana, you understand.
Laura said, I have a friend, her
Mm.
husband is in a home,
Oh,
and he thinks his wife is his sister.
yeah. Mm, that's tough.
Oh, oh, that's 24 years, Lana.
Yeah, and you still wish you could call. See, I that's yeah. It never they're always with you, you know.
Yes. And we're
So
only talking about grief because it helps Laura, Lana.
yes,
My channel is, well, I think I just had the title, Let's Have a Chat.
yes.
So you never know what we're going to talk about.
Trigger warning: grief talk.
And I'm going to keep this live up. Usually I delete my pop ups, but I'm going to keep
Oh,
this
do
one
you?
up
Yeah,
just in case it could help somebody.
I agree. I think again, getting rid of that misnomer that, well, number one, it'll get better with time. Well, yes, but also not entirely. It doesn't go away.
No.
And sometimes out of the blue, it will feel like it's worse all of a sudden. Like 10
Huh?
years down the road, oh, what the heck? What's happening here? But anyway,
Why do you have a random picture? Oh, okay. Never mind.
my
So,
my
group.
my husband, his dad was a, the cook in the family, like,
Oh,
and when he passed in 2004, so also a long time ago, he still, my husband still wishes he could call his dad and say, wait, how did you fix this? How did you make this? Like, it's specifically around that cooking connection. That,
uh-huh.
and again, almost as long as Lana's. Which way is it pronounced?
I think it's Lana.
Lana. Uh, same as Lana's. It's a long time, but you still wish you could.
What the hell's that a picture? Oh, it's when the power went out. I took a selfie.
Oh no.
I live with my son and his wife. He has a big picture of my mom in the hall. I still say something to her when I walk by.
I love that.
See, I like that. We have my brother on the china cabinet. We got him cremated. And then we got three of our dogs cremated, and they're all around him.
Oh, nice.
Sasha, Nico, and Forrest. They're all around him.
We we got little like angel statues for my aunts and my me and my sister. I feel like there was somebody else too. Um, and they each have a little tiny bit of the ashes in the angel statue.
Oh, it's actually, so it's Lana. Lana, right? Not Lana. Lana. Lana.
To rhyme with banana. Okay, thank
And
you.
Nana banana crochet.
Lana banana. Okay, got it. Got
Lana
it. Got
banana.
it. Lana Nana banana. Okay, they all rhyme. Okay, got it. I will
I'm
remember
saying
that.
it
Thank you.
certain. Say Lana Nana banana 5 times.
Yeah. But yeah, and then me and my sister, anytime we traveled somewhere, we would take some of the remaining ashes and we would take up to other places. Because she always wanted to travel more than she got the opportunity to. So that's what we did. I mean, again, that's something everybody does that
Well,
differently too.
I'm sure Laura has pictures of her dad all around her somewhere in the house.
Yeah.
But like I said, Laura, you can still talk to him. He's still listening.
Yeah.
Just say goodnight to him. Say good morning to him. That's
That sound is often heard at my house because I'm very close to a hospital, but that's not me.
Well, I was going to show you a picture of my dog. Where is she? This is Sable. This is the current one we have.
Oh, what a beautiful pup. German Shepherd mix?
She's Shepherd and a Mastiff.
Mastiff. Oh, okay. I wouldn't have picked up Mastiff. Interesting.
But you see more Shepherd.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
Definitely.
she had the Shepherd weight because I think she's 80, close to 90 pounds.
So she's not as big as a Mastiff.
No.
Okay. That's good.
I think she's 80.
But Mastiff
pounds?
temperaments.
But don't quote me on that. I could be wrong.
Is she more chill than a German, more like a Mastiff as
Yes.
far as temperament? Yeah. See, that's the perfect combo then. Kind of the size of the German, the temperament of the Mastiff. That's good stuff.
That's definitely him, Laura.
Yes. Yes. 99.
Ooh, that's
Oh,
young Robert.
that's hard. 42 is hard. And what's vintage? What's vintage's name, or do they just go by vintage here?
Robert.
Robert. Did I hear you right?
Yes.
Okay.
Robert.
Okay.
Yes.
I just
asked him when he first came in here, and he said, "You can call me Robert."
Yes.
And I've known
This-
Robert probably 2 years now, maybe 3.
Yeah, that's nice. I know I'm subscribed to the channel. I think I've only watched a couple videos.
I've known
Same with
Lori.
Lori. I need
I've
to go.
probably known you for a year now.
Has it been a year? No, because I only started doing lives in November, so it's not been a year yet.
Not quite, almost.
Yeah, we're approaching that.
Yeah, because I subscribed to you, then I subscribed to, why can I never remember her name?
Camille?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I saw your live and Camille was with you.
Yes, it was on my channel first. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
for at least 3. How do you put up with me for that long, Robert?
Yeah. Nice. Yeah,
That's
it's
what
so funny because I've had my channel a lot longer, but I was putting out stuff, say, twice a month. And then I started that my first live was in November-ish.
Yeah, see, my first video I posted in June, like my first, and then I didn't post the video until like October.
August, September. Okay.
I believe you, Robert. Yeah, because we met in either Men and Grandpa's or Jessica's or Katrina's, one of the 3.
Somebody's. It's funny.
I know where I met Lana Banana. I've met her in Granny D.
Oh, Granny D. Okay.
I met Lori because I clicked on her live, and then I watched 5 minutes of it without saying anything because I was too chicken to say hello.
Say that again?
I watched 5 minutes of your first live before I actually said hello because I was too chicken to say hello.
I think that's pretty normal to kind of watch before. Is this somebody I actually want to watch?
I actually met you. I lied in Bridget's.
Oh, I was on Bridget.
You were in her chat.
Oh, I was in her chat. Yes, you're correct. That's
And
then Bridget talked about you, and then I think I ended up, and she said, "Hey, we're trying to encourage Zach to get back into crocheting." Yes, I do remember this. Yes.
Yes, and then
so that was probably
you, and then
January.
to me. Yeah, it's almost a year.
Yeah,
so it's been 6 months.
Yeah, but we've had a lot of interactions, so that it kind of feels longer.
Yeah, I've seen you at Bridget's live, Camille's, Granny D's.
Yeah,
I've seen you in other lives. So
yeah, I do chat in a lot of lives. Yes, I was. I'm approaching my mid-50s, so yes. Yes, and I mentioning the 70s. I'm sure you don't mind if I mention this. I'm one of the what's called the decade divas for the Spoony Stitcher and Critters Crochet. So, and the theme is the 70s. And so we're supposed to create something that makes us think of the 70s, but we have to keep it a
Oh,
secret what we're doing until,
oh,
what's my date? September, the third,
oh.
the
That's
third
a while.
Thursday in September. So
The third Thursday in September.
yeah, I'll look up the date. I'll
I'll
do a
look it up.
posting when we get closer, when people start posting their
The
projects.
third Thursday, you said?
I think it's the third Thursday in September. Yeah.
18th.
The 18th. Oh, is that right? That might be right. Maybe it's the fourth. I
The
can't
fourth,
remember.
first one.
Well, I mean the fourth Thursday.
So
Or is
the
it the
18th or
Tuesday?
the 25th.
So it's either the 23rd or the 25th. I think it's got a 2 in front of it.
That
But I'll
it's the
make sure
fourth
to post when
Thursday.
it's close. But I'll start posting when everyone starts posting. So every Tuesday and
Yes.
every Thursday there will be people posting their 70s inspired projects. As far as I'm doing something, I'm trying to do something that I've never seen before that is from the 70s. And
I just started crocheting last Thursday. This is what Lana said. Made a lot of things. Blanket shells, hats,
oh,
baskets,
Camille came on live.
I haven't been able to crochet this year. Oh, that sucks, Lana. Well, if you can wait 7 minutes, I'll end it here and then we'll go later.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Because this will be 2.5 hours if you give me 7 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, she wasn't sure. Thank you for letting us know, Lana,
Yes,
because
thank you for letting us know.
she wasn't sure she wasn't going to be able to go live again tonight, but she
I'm
thought she might. She just had a lot of family obligations this weekend.
Oh,
She said she might earlier today. I posted she's super close to 2000, and today is her podiversary 1 year.
I'll have to share out.
Yeah, so definitely go raid her. Yeah, definitely do it.
She's close. What's she at?
She's super close. She's got like 35 or
1.96.
40 to go.
Oh, that's close.
Yeah.
Why did I put that comment on the screen?
Is she vertical, Lana?
I don't know. Let me see.
I'll just show it real quick. This is the blanket of the bane of my existence. It's so darn cute, but oh my gosh, it's taking me
That's
forever.
good, Lana. Night, Lana.
So much counting. So much counting. I'll see you over at Camille's here shortly, and then I'll show that again because it's cute. This is a baby hat. It almost fits my head, but not quite. My popcorn box hat.
All right, so let's go raid Camille. It's Camille. What the heck's your channel name again? Camille's
Yes.
Creations.
And then,
yes,
yeah, when we get
vertical.
there, make sure to say Zach sent too.
Yes, it's vertical.
Vertical. Okay, perfect.
So, yes. So say I send you if you want. Just say Zach Reed. Zach's Cross Street. I don't care what you say. Tell me about it if you want.
If you say Zach, send me. She'll know. She'll know it's you.
This is Zach Reed. She'll know it.
Yes.
So I will see you on Monday, hopefully.
Yes.
Monday at 9 p.m.
Yes.
Eastern. And I hope you all have a rest. Try it again. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend.
All right.
Bye, y'all. Okay, I want to have a show.